Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy XIV class and job quests. Last time we took on the Sage questline, and it wasn't bad. I feel like this sort of questline, the more recent ones, specifically the Endwalker and the Dawntrail ones, and I think Shadowbringers has the same problem too. They're just trying to cram too much story into too few quests. Like seriously, we did 6 quests, but it took me almost 2 hours. Which, well, it's not too bad, but you gotta realize they're cramming in. You gotta get the main character into the job, you gotta give them a conflict, then you gotta resolve the conflict, and you've only got 6 quests to do it. But they didn't do a half bad job of Sage. I don't think they did, at least. It definitely wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't bad. We've seen worse, believe me. I'll be honest. Motivation lately has just been like severely lacking and on my part. Not just on Final Fantasy XIV, but just like in general. It's like, ugh. And I just feel like the whole world's just slowly dragging you down. But I still need to find something new to play. So if you have something that you want me to play, whether it's something new, something upcoming, maybe it's an old classic that you think I would like and I've never played before, or maybe you just want to be like, pick out one of my old favorite games that I haven't played on the channel and play it for you. I don't know, let me know, please. Please let me know. I'm looking for ideas. I'm looking for anything to seriously light a fire under this channel and get it going. The fact that we're still sitting on just over 1,000 subs is irksome. Anyway, back to the wheel. Let's see what job we're doing next. We're down to 10. That's not doing too bad. Let's see here. We've got 1, 2, 3 from A Realm Reborn, 1, 2 from Heavensward, 1 from Stormblood, 1, 2. Both of Shadowbringers jobs haven't been touched yet. 1 Endwalker, and 1 Dawntrail. So let's give this sucker a few good clicks and see what comes up today. Come on, I'm looking for something interesting. I'll take Red Mage. So Red Mage being one of the Stormblood jobs, just like Samurai, means we're actually gonna get to do 2 basically sets of quests. Because a 50, a 60, and a 60 to 70 with an 80 capper that got added in Shadowbringers. Obviously our Sage gear looks a little different because I'm in the Sage gear I normally wear at level 81 as opposed to the artifact armor. Because I only have enough room in the inventory for like 1 set of artifact armor at a time. And I just picked up Red Mages. So, let's get this quest started. What do we got first? Taking the Red.
Are you an adventurer? Please, you have to rescue my sister. Some horrible people tried to kidnap us just outside the city gates. I managed to break free when a traveler stopped to help, but my sister never caught up to me.
I will save her. Where are your parents? Seriously, where are your parents in all this?
Mama and Papa left early to deal with some merchants, and the Brass Blades don't seem to care for what happens outside the city walls. That traveler, he was some sort of mage, I think, but it was 1 against 5. Surely he couldn't stand against so many. What can I do? Would you please help me?
Oh, I can help you. All right. Speak with the well-dressed lass at the Spineless Basin. I don't think she's that well-dressed. Him, on the other hand.
Don't touch it. Oh, you're not one of them.
No, I'm not. Gotta love that level 70 artifact armor for the Red Mage. Standing up against a bunch of thaumaturges. Well, you two were soft. And there's that classic Red Mage gameplay. Cast spells, go in for melee, then jump back in, finish it off, and we get to show off the flourish, because I think Stormblood is when we started to have the flourish actions. Basically the flourish emotes that were class specific, or job specific in that case. And who might you be? I'm apparently your new biggest fan, because damn. You came to lend your aid. My apologies. Had I but known, I would have spared you a villain or 2. After all, you seem to share my distaste for those who would prey upon defenseless children. Aye, birds of a feather are we. I am Zruntia, a pilgrim of sorts. Might I know your name, friend? I am Dekumon Tia. Dekumon? Now why does that strike such a familiar chord?
Oh, excuse me. I just wanted to thank you for saving me.
Ah. Don't worry, he's quite welcome. Oh, my pleasure, child. You were unharmed, yes? Oh, good. Let us escort this brave lass to his sister then. Lead the way. Alright. Of course, this is before escort missions actually existed, so they'll beat us there. There we are. There they are.
You found our adventure. Thank you. We are grateful for your kindness. Oh, I was so scared. What did those terrible people want with us? Oh, you needn't worry about them anymore, sister. The man in red defeated them all. You saw how he fought, with spells and steel. He's one of those heroes Papa told us about. A Crimson Duelist. Aren't you?
I did not expect to hear that name this far south into Eorzea.
Oh, then you are Crimson Duelist. I knew it.
If your papa is telling his daughters tales of red mages, then he must be from Alamigo, yes? Well, that would explain his choice of bedtime stories. Now, shall we see you lasses home?
Oh, we'll be alright from here. Thank you again.
Don't worry. Kids, gotta love them. And away they skip, safe and happy. Now, Dekumon, was it not? I believe we've earned ourselves a celebratory drink. Oh, you need not feel compelled, my friend. Should the mood strike you, however, you'll find me staying over at Blackbrush Station. I find the ale served at the Coffer and Coffin most agreeable. Blackbrush, eh? Been a while since we've been over here. Ah, you came! As it so happens, the mother of those girls tracked me down and insisted that I accept a reward. Once I mentioned you might be stopping by, she left a token of gratitude for you as well. Oh, it seems we've assisted an affluent merchant family. A revelation which might explain the attempted kidnapping. Hefty ransom and all that, you know? I'm told the girls were immediately assigned a capable bodyguard, however, so we can drink in peace knowing that they are well protected. Oh, I've remembered whence I know your name. I mean, honestly, how could I forget one of the liberators of Alamigo? I blame the heat and an excess of fine ale. As a native of that troubled land, I must add mine own sincere gratitude to that of my countrymen. Interesting. I wonder, since this is a Stormblood job after all, if this dialogue was different, if you did this before you finished the Stormblood main storyline and hadn't actually liberated Alamigo yet. Oh, it was Alice who first mentioned you to me. After the 10th or so time some incident had her loudly wishing to have Dekumon's courage or Dekumon's strength, I became rather curious to meet you myself. Oh. Was this? I want to say this was around the time that Alice actually swapped to the Red Mage job. I don't think she did it immediately. But I do think it did happen in Stormblood. I have to remember. Shit. I don't remember, dang. How do I know the indomitable Alice? Our paths crossed quite by chance. A fellow traveler met upon the road. She expressed an interest in red magery and persuaded me to instruct her in the basics of the art. Okay, so yeah, I'm guessing this did happen in Stormblood. I just don't remember. Or maybe it happened pre-Stormblood. That might be it. I think it was in the Heavensward post-quest lines when they were teasing Red Mage. She proved a quick study in the arcane side of things, but fencing was something of a challenge. By the end of our lessons, however, she had learned to combine spellcraft with swordplay, when to cast from afar, and when to lunge forward with a well-timed thrust. And what of you, my friend? Have you any interest in the art? I suspect you would make an exceptional red mage. Would I? I'm only level 80. Oh, I'm deadly serious. A man who would rush to the aid of a stranger's child without fear or hesitation is a man I would trust with the power of red magic. But beyond even that, I sense in you a kindred spirit. Be warned, however, that my style of teaching is a practical one. I will expect you to join me on my journey and assist me in aiding others. Accept those terms, and I will bestow upon you the accoutrements of a red mage. Are you familiar with soul crystals? This particular stone is attuned to past wielders of red magics, and will fill your mind with a firm foundation of technique. You need only reach forth your hand. Yeah, these soul crystal things are super duper handy when it comes to, teaching your character various jobs. Are you prepared to walk the path of a red mage? One word and the soul crystal is yours. Will you become a red mage? Yes! You will not regret this decision, my friend. Gods above. For a moment there I thought you meant to refuse me. A host of red mages committed their memories to this gem, and now it is yours. Handy little things they are. Oh, absorb the knowledge it contains, and then we will discuss the finer points of red magic. But first I should give you that reward. Which I can't get because this is New Game Plus. Here we are, Red Mage. I think Red Mage is still my favorite of the magical DPS. It's just so damn fun to play, even if I feel like it is severely weaker compared to the other ones. Seriously. The fact that it has an instant speed resurrection spell with no long cooldown means they have to keep Red Mage firmly on the lower end of the damage scale. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go change of clothes. You know, I like this outfit better than his. Like, his isn't bad, don't get me wrong, but that is the standard artifact armor from Stormblood. This is the Shadowbringers one. This is the highest one I have access to. I like this one. It's majestic. Though, I'm gonna lose the hat here. Give me half a second. It's not bad. You know what? I'm gonna keep the hat on. I took it off and immediately was like, no, that outfit looks worse all of a sudden. So yeah, we're gonna leave the hat on for this. At least it's not a visor covering my head or anything. Worst it is, it's just covering my ears. All right, next quest, the Crimson Duelist, our first actual 50 quest. I see from the glint in your eye that the soul crystal has surrendered its secrets. Welcome to the ranks of the Red Mages. The art we practice is born of noble origin. Its balanced and controlled energies were once used to stem the tide of destruction and reclaim a future for the dispossessed. I speak of the age some 1500 years past when the clash of two sorcerous civilizations brought about the Sixth Umbral Calamity. Oh. Mach and Amdapor, if I remember correctly. Ere the great floods rose, people fled from their homes and into the mountains of Girabania. Even mages of Mach and Amdapor would be found amongst the refugees. It would have told me. See? It would have told me if I had just clicked the next line. These wizardly practitioners became targets of retribution for the part they played in upsetting the natural balance, and soon did they shed their robes of black and vestments of white. If people were to survive and rebuild following the disaster, however, they would need the power of the arcane. Thus were the principles of black and white magery reinvented, and upon their combined foundation an entirely new discipline was built, grey magic. Unfortunately, it was proving completely drab and unusable, and everyone hated the name, so they decided to put a little splash of color in it and call it red magic instead. But I've prattled on about the history of it long enough. Far better that you experience red magic firsthand. There remains the mystery of who sent the kidnappers after those poor girls, and I've a feeling attempts to unearth the culprit will provide the battle practice that you require. But before we plunge into the fray, however, there are questions I would ask. Come with me to Eastern Thanalan, to the Church of Saint Adama Landama. That's a mouthful. Alright, to the church. Isn't this where we found Sid? Yeah, this is definitely the church where we found Sid. Oof. I am sitting here praying that the servers do not DDoS me off again. Dekumon, there you are. I would introduce you to Father Illwyd, but I believe the two of you are already acquainted. Oh, I am. I remember him.
Soon has told me a tale of nefarious spellcasters and their attempts to kidnap two young girls. And you wish to ask if this thaumaturgical cabal is known to me, yes? There are several such cults which come to mind, but I must have more detail. You say each member shared some rather unusual traits?
Aye. Not one word spoken over the entire exchange. Not one shift in expression when I urged them to yield. Each of them also appeared branded with some manner of tattoo. A sigil pulsing with arcane energy. Oh, crap. Is this the Sons of Dalamud?
An evil practice. Such cursed sigils are known to destroy the will of the bearer, resulting in a biddable puppet which acts in much the manner you have described. There is no salvation for such wretched creatures.
Then we must seek the fiends who pull the strings. Pray learn what you can of this cabal and its purpose, Father. Dekumon, we have another task to attend to. Might I suggest some light stretching before you step outside? You'll soon understand why. Okay. You've learned all the Regimate actions and trace level 50. Oh, we're gonna have us a little sparring match, aren't we? Yep. That duty calls definitely says it's sparring time. Either that or we were being followed. Oh, god dang it, we were. Did you notice we were being followed, Dekumon? The very Cabal we are investigating seems to have taken an interest in us. I sense an ambush in the offing. Do they seek to silence us, perhaps? Well, let them try. This will be the perfect opportunity for you to test your newly acquired skills. But first, a brief lesson. A red mage's spells belong to two distinct schools, rooted as they are in the ancient disciplines of black and white magic. Intertwined, they form the solid core of red magic, and through the balanced casting of both disciplines can a red mage build this foundation higher and higher. When your strength has reached its peak, that is when you lunge forward and unleash the energies thrumming within your blade. And then you leap away, returning to the first step. It is a dance, my friend. And a very fun dance at that. Oh, come out, wherever you are! We have no intention of running or hiding from you. I wear a sword, as you can see, but I am not partial to violence. Is there no chance we might attempt a parley in lieu of bloodletting? Oh, I thought not. How unsettling. Well, Dekumon, it seems you will have your battle. Remember what I have taught you. You taught me something? Yes, I did. Why is your sword much better looking than mine? I did not realize how spiky the level 80 artifact armor sword looks. Okay. It looks ridiculous. Anyway. Let's get into it. Good old double cast. This is the unique trait that Red Mage starts with, and it is dirty. It basically means after every hard cast, the next cast has no casting time. And it is, like, insanely useful. Yes, I know. More baddies to play with. I finally got a proc go off. Yeah, Red Mage is actually a pretty proc-heavy class. Every time I use Ver Thunder or Ver Arrow, it has a chance to proc and trigger a cast of Ver Stone or Ver Fire. Oh, we have a crowd here. Do I have my AoEs? I do. Of course, the AoE spells work the opposite. The elementals are the fast cast, and then the non-elemental scatters the heart is the heavy one. Oh. I just hit the elemental power. Are you gonna finally, like, stop the fight here? Oh, these puppets must have a leader lurking nearby. Let us take the battle to our ambushes, shall we? But before we resume the hunt, just be sure of your technique. As a red mage, you are capable of casting 2 spells in rapid succession, using what is known as the dual cast effect. Intone a short spell, and you will find that a lengthy incantation cannot be cast in an instant. Take advantage of this technique to bombard your foes with arcane destruction. Wow, and not in the middle of a duty calls. Haven't seen that in a long time. And I mean explicitly in the middle, not at the beginning or the end of one. Oh, hi. Anyway, leap in. Time for the melee combo. And leap out. Unfortunately, I lack the finisher. Which is fine. I wouldn't expect to have a finisher at this level. That was easy enough. Where's the rest of them? Wayward Orb of Ether. I don't like that. I got a clean house here. And you see, as I cast, those manas are going up. Your goal is generally to try and keep them as close as possible, but not exact. That'll be more important when we actually have a finisher to use. Oh, every time we kill one of the mages, then we get a ball of them going by. That's what that means. I've got no procs. Whew. One more set of casts and I should have a full melee combo. Oh, empty Archmagus. Nope, not quite enough. I do love that little combo. Except now we've got to deal with whatever's going to come out of this void portal. Woo! Big doggy. That's what came out. Acceleration's a handy little skill. I'm pretty sure it causes me to always force a proc out. Oh, hi there. Let's not stand in that. It's a mini service. Ah, no, he did literally mini my ass. I was not seeing that thing moving. That was on me. I'm so teeny tiny. My damage goes down to nothing when that happens. Here we go. And down he goes. I didn't even get to finish my melee combo. Ah, that was fun. Well done, Dekumon. You have exceeded my expectations. Which is a fortunate thing, for I did not anticipate the arrival of that fearsome hound. These mages were willing to forfeit their own lives to ensure that we lost ours. And it still didn't work. Do you see the brand on her left cheek? This is the cursed sigil which stole her will and left her vulnerable to the most heinous of commands. Our ambushers were young men and women, every one, all transformed into mindless pawns by some hidden master. And this master has shown no compunction against sacrificing pieces that outlive their usefulness. No, this cannot stand. Heed me, Dekumon. You have begun your education in red magic, but there is much more I would teach you. Come, let's return to the Lich Yard. And finish the quest, apparently. Know you the history of these graves? Off the top of my head, no. The church's Lich Yard is the final resting place for many victims of the Seventh Umbral Calamity. Red magic was conceived to stem such tides of destruction, in an age when the abuse of sorcery flooded the world with death. Its distinction from earlier disciplines is key. Whilst practitioners of black and white magic draw upon ambient ether, a red mage weaves his spells using only the reserves of mana with which he is born. In the era in which red magic was created, to do otherwise was forbidden. To manifest more powerful effects, the first red mages adopted a method by which precise sword techniques would harness and amplify the energy of their spoken incantations, the mage's own physical form serving as an arcane accelerator, an ingenious way of preserving their self-imposed limitations. Understand that the blade we wield is not simply a weapon, it is the focus of all our efforts to lessen strife and suffering. Every generation of red mage is part of an unending battle. We are soldiers who fight for those enduring violence and subjugation, the bulwark against the unkind vagaries of fate. 20 years ago, I joined the revolutionaries in Alamigo and learned red magic alongside like-minded companions. We formed the Crimson Duelists, and together we rose up against the tyranny of the Mad King Theodoric. Of course, we were crushed. Of all the duelists, only I survived to watch our homeland languish under the rule of imperial invaders. Until you arrived there, of course. Even after leaving Alamigo, I never ceased fighting for its liberation, and while I learned of the calamity, of the threat to all lands of Eorzea, I allied myself with the valiant scholars of Garlean. In the end, I was unable to protect my homeland or halt the approach of fiery disaster. But never once in all these years have I betrayed the oath the duelists swore to champion the weak with heart and steel. Such is the nature of the magic you will learn from this idealistic fool. If you would master this art, however, then my road shall become your road for the duration of your studies. I will remain here at the church for the time being, and be a pest to the good Father Iliad until we uncover the origins of this cult. Your only chore shall be to reflect upon the lessons of the day and prepare for our next encounter. Alright, that won't take long, trust me. Sounds like a good portion of this questline is going to be getting Zaroon basically, getting his groove back and get him out of this melancholy he seems to be falling into. Next up, a rewarding struggle. How fares your training, my friend? I imagine you have grown quite accustomed to the shift between spellcraft and swordplay by now. I will continue to instruct you, but as I have said before, practical experience will serve you far better than any tiresome lecture. It is important that you treat every battle as an opportunity to learn. And gain experience, I know. Oh, speaking of which, Father Iliad mentioned that he had something he wished to discuss regarding our sigil-branded ambushers. Let's head inside, shall we? Yeah. Getting myself a little tongue-tied there for half a second. Okay. Master Iliad, what have you to say?
I am ashamed that it did not occur to me earlier, but I recall an incident that may be connected to this dreadful cult. A merchant's son was kidnapped in Uldar some moons ago. When the merchant came to pay the ransom, however, Both father and child were murdered. The perpetrators of this terrible act were never unmasked, but evidence at the scene suggests the two were slain by thaumaturgy. What is more, the merchant was a native of Alamigo. Is this not also true of the father of the girls you rescued?
Aye, he is Alamigan born. A man by the name of Wilkin, so his wife told me. Could he have been the true target of the kidnappers? We must speak with Master Wilkin at once. There are too many similarities in these cases to ignore. And I would not put it past this cult to make a direct attempt on his life.
In anticipation of such action, I inquired after Master Wilkin's trading itinerary. It seems he's presently conducting business at the Mandeville Gold Saucer, delivering stock for game prizes or some such.
Oh, very resourceful of you, Father. Thank you. Come, Dekumon. The Gold Saucer awaits. Alright. I haven't done my dailies anyway. Might as well while I'm there. Sad to say, my tickets today were not very good. No 10Ks, no 3600s. I think I made 300 GP. That's terrible. Oh, my apologies, Dekumon. I neglected to ask if you were a patron of these halls. But here we are now, and Master Wilkin is still occupied with his trade. I am tempted to eavesdrop on his dealings to learn what matter of man we are saving. Let us play the part of happy gamblers, and wander by his meeting in the Mandeville Lounge. Just look for the wonderfully hideous golden statue. Yeah, it is a little tacky. There's the spot. Yeah, freaking Godbert and his statue. And I think this is the first time we've actually gone to the Gold Saucer for a job quest series. There's our Master Wilkin. So who's he yapping with? Thank you again. We'll make the most of this gift, I promise you. Back straight and head up now, lad, or folk will become suspicious. You've done not wrong, besides. The coin is fair gotten and freely given. Doing some under-the-table dealing there? The young man he was talking to, he is known to me. One of the lads belonging to the Alamigan Resistance, if I'm not mistaken. Well, this is clearly more than some simple business deal. But why waste time on suppositions when we can speak with the merchant himself, eh? I see this series is also trying to cram in as many nods as it can. Master Dekumon and Master Grun, glad am I for this chance to thank you in person for the kindness you showed my daughters. Father Iliad sent word to expect you. He also mentioned that the danger to my family is not yet past. You suspect that I have been marked for assassination? Aye. Have you any idea of the why? Say, retaliation for funneling funds to the Alamigan Resistance under the guise of standard business dealings, perhaps? I thought as much. I recognized your client as one of the young freedom fighters I'd seen in Girabanya. Oh, rest assured that your secrets are safe with us. I myself have spent the better part of my life aiding the Resistance. Your dealings do, however, seem to have drawn some rather unpleasant attention.
Very well. You've saved my children's lives, and so I will trust you with the truth. Many Alamigan refugees are employed here at the Gold Saucer, in no small part due to the wishes of the establishment's owner, Lord Godbert Mandeville. Several of these employees have direct ties to the Resistance, the young man you saw being one such conduit. As to why I meet them here, well, it's a matter of hiding the trades within the forest. There was another incident not long ago where the son of an Alamigan-born merchant was kidnapped by a cadre of mages. When the father attempted to pay the ransom, the fiends slew both parent and child. I fear this scenario was one they hope to repeat with you. Yeah, terrible turn of events that was. I had to know the merchant personally, but I knew of his efforts. He too was said to have supported the Resistance within the fortune he made with Duldar.
And there we have our connection. They seek to eradicate Resistance sympathizers. I sense the hand of the Empire behind this cabal. But the assassins themselves favor magic, so they are unlikely to be native Garleans. The puppeteer could very well be a hired killer, or mayhap a recruit from a subjugated province. We shall learn the truth in due time. For now, however, we must take steps to keep you alive.
Lord Mandeville is a member of the Syndicate, and the Gold Saucer is his domain. Striking at me here would be difficult to say the least. I do, however, have pressing business to attend to in Vesper Bay in the coming days.
Vesper Bay, eh? Given its peculiar approach, I can think of a dozen places from which assassins could stage an ambush. Might you entrust your safety to Dekumon and me? Together we will prove more than a match for any ambushers, and it would also afford us greater insight into our foe.
Well, you certainly appear capable. I am glad to accept your protection.
Then it's settled. Let us travel ahead to Vesper Bay and scout out the area. Alright. This is like the Sage. We're trying to cram in as many nods as we can get. Ah, good old Vesper Bay. Good, you're here. Master Wilkin has begun his overland trek from Uldar. Before he left, I asked the good merchant to discuss his travel arrangements with less than his usual discretion. Assuming the assassins have eyes and ears on their target, we can assume they will have moved to occupy the most favorable ambush sites. Now, if I were intent on murdering a lone traveler, I would choose one of two options. The first being the alleys here in Vesper Bay, and the second being the long dark tunnel leading into the town. I propose we split up and secure both areas. I will take the back streets, and you can have the old mining shaft. Sweep the tunnel clean of ambushes, then meet me back here when you are sure the road is safe. I mean, there are half a dozen other places that they can get in, but sure. Oh. I already see the purple smoke. That's a good sign. Come on. Hello. We'll use Manification to show off the fact that I can do this without needing the 50 mana. I'm juiced. Oh. Well, that was disappointing. I didn't get a chance to show off for Flare of Her Holy. Ah, so there were goons in both spots. Defeated their ambush, did you? Well done. As you can see, they had a second group waiting in the wings. Your opponents were the same mute attackers as before, yes? I pity these cursed pawns, but we cannot let mercy stay our hands. They are a little different from the walking dead, and no art can restore them. I did, however, allow one to escape my blade. Why? Oh, on purpose, of course. He seemed eager to disengage, and so I obliged. He limped off towards the coast, but with the wound I gave him, he'll not have fled far. I will track this last assassin to his destination. Pray remain here and greet Master Wilkin. He should be arriving through your secured tunnel any moment now. Yeah, but is it still secured when I left it? Apparently so, because he's here. Ah, Master Dekumon. Here I am, and with nary a scratch upon my person. My deepest thanks. You've saved my family, and for that I can never truly repay you. But I must at least try. Pray share this gift with Master's Rune. I'll give it to him. My supplier will be waiting, and so I must take my leave of you. May Nold enrich you and bless your endeavors. And you, noble merchant. Alright, let's go check on Zrune. So, where's the other guy, Oh, we've had a stroke of luck. The man I followed leapt into the sea and was fished out by others in a rowboat. I saw them making for a merchantman anchored out in the bay. Considering the absence of fear, I must assume the one who fled had been commanded to report the outcome of the ambush. If we can identify this ship, then we will be one step closer to unmasking this vile puppeteer. And then we can... Another token from the esteemed Master Wilkin. Yep, there you are. Ah, how kind that he seeks to reward us. Ah, and there is a note here as well addressed to us both. Ahem. You have my eternal gratitude. Twice now has my life been saved by red mages, and twice by one in particular. Mayhap you remember the day 20 years ago when the Crimson Duelist fought to save the life of a child. I remember you, Master Zrune, for your scarlet garb was forever etched into my memory. Oh, it is a strange feeling to be recognized for a decades-old deed. Had he not known me, would he have been so ready to place his life in our hands, I wonder? Well, no matter. Aside from a few wrinkles, I suppose I have changed little in my appearance. I was clothed thus when we worked to evacuate our fellow Alamegans, even as the homeland we knew crumbled around us. But in the end, it is the lives that matter, not the place. Regardless of the circumstances, a red mage must strive to achieve the greatest good. So, I have always believed, at least. Our actions are our own reward, but a little acknowledgement does wonders to sustain one's faith, eh? That it does. That it does. Next up, tracking the Cabal. I've asked some friends of mine in the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to keep an eye out on that ship. We should know if the assassins seek to enter any of the major ports. Oh, I might have just spoken too soon. Ah, my Lenosian contact. Hi, this is Zrune. And they're still there. Excellent, thank you. It seems the assassin's merchantman has been spotted sailing into Aleport. Come, we've no time to lose. Back to Aleport again. Still a lovely place. Oh, my apologies for dragging you halfway across the realm, but I did promise you a journey. Now, as for the merchantman, I'm told it's anchored a short distance offshore. We need to know more about the connection between this ship and our foe. They may have simply paid for passage, but there's something about that vessel. I say we wander the port and see what gossip there is to be had. Wander around and talk to people. This is a classic. Ah, there we are. Had to find him indoors. I never liked that.
The merchantman had just sailed in. I don't know bugger about it, nor even the bleeding name. All I know is the crew's about as lively as a cabin full of corpses. That ain't natural, you know. There's a rumor going around that the Yellow Jacket's taking an interest in their dealings, so I'd rather keep my distance any road. Oh, I'm finished answering your questions now. Off with you. Shoo, shoo.
Well, it's nice to know the Yellow Jackets are getting involved at least. Ah, and there's number 3 over there too.
Hey, me lad. I've not much to tell you about that ship. They say she's a trading vessel that brings goods from Rods at Han, but the crew's a sullen lot. Asking a friendly question about what they were holding got me knocked with blank stares and silence.
Okay, so they did definitely not just purchase passage. The whole damn ship is screwed up.
That ship's not but trouble, you mark me words. I've made Swit swear they've seen her pulling alongside Imperial vessels. Only the gods know what she's hiding in that hold of hers. Could be weapons, could be prisoners. Oh, just the bleeding sight of her makes me whiskers twitch.
Wait, cat people have whiskers?
I don't see any.
I don't know if that's graphical fidelity or if only the females have them. Interesting that we're getting the Empire back involved in this, but I guess this is technically a Stormblood quest.
We were able to learn all of interest. Strange crew, mystery cargo, ship's name unknown.
I heard much the same. I'm beginning to think that our assassins used the vessel as a floating base. With no permanent camp on land, it would certainly be easy to avoid the attention of local forces, not to mention curious adventurers like us. I also spoke with an acquaintance in the Yellow Jackets, and he confirmed the ship's official status as a traitor to and from Ratzatan, even if rumors of her dealings with Garlean agents in open water are rife. As long as the merchantman appears to trade within the law, however, officials are reluctant to force their way on board and cause an incident. They've yet to uncover enough evidence, it seems. Well, if a solid reason to investigate is lacking, then mayhap we should just help them find one, or make one, eh? Let's have ourselves a look in some of their crates on the docks. Just a little innocent curiosity is all. A little light B&E. Oh dear. Apparently poking the cargo is about to get me into some trouble. The crate contains a cerulean tank of Imperial design. And a couple of troublemakers. Hang on, magnification, there we go. These guys fold too fast. A bulky key falls from the slain assassin's hand. Well, let's give that to Zrun. Hey man, how did your investigations fare? I found a veritable bounty of military supplies. Cerulean tanks, Imperial rations, Imperial insignias on everything. The authorities would be most interested to hear of this, I'll wager. What's that you have there? Old key. Not sure what it goes to yet, though. Well, well. Dropped by one of the ship's crew members, you say? And I just so happen to have found a most inconveniently locked box. I was intending to blow it open, but hey, this works much better. I shall go and relay our findings to the Yellow Jackets. I'm sure you'll think of some use for that key of yours. You're not gonna make... Really? You hear a faint groan coming from inside the... Oh, hell. These people are using these things to transport slaves? And who are you, madame?
What? Where am I?
This is Vesper Bay.
Was I sleeping? In a box? What an odd thing for me to do.
Do you remember anything? Does the girl have a name? I think they blanked your brain.
Of course Oh, perhaps not. No, wait, I remember something. Aya. My name is Aya. I think... Is it? I'm not sure.
It could be. It's a lovely name. Whether it is yours or not.
Oh, do you think so? Then I suppose it will do for now. And what does a girl call you?
Well, me? I am Dekumon, Gopher of Light.
Oh, Dekumon. I'll try to remember that. Thank you for letting me out.
What happened here? Is that a miss? No, but there is a miss. and apparently you make her nervous. The lass was inside the box? I might suspect a stowaway, but it was more likely that she was kidnapped. The people who took you may be lurking nearby. We should probably put some distance. Oh, come now, you needn't fear me so. Dekumon, please say something reassuring, would you? He's as gentle as a kitten. He's a powerful mage. Why isn't there an option for something? Come on! No, he's fine.
He is? If you say so, Dekumon, then I suppose it must be true.
Well, you seem to have made a new friend. Let's see about arranging some lodgings for now, and we can discuss where to go from here. Don't worry, we'll get you somewhere safe, ma'am. And maybe we can figure out where you came from. There we go, she's taking a good rest. Oh, the poor girl was asleep within moments. This entire ordeal must have left her exhausted. As for the results of our efforts with the cargo, I suggest we continue this conversation outside. And that's the end of the quest, too. There you are. Swung the camera the wrong way. I presented our findings to the Yellow Jackets, and the evidence was indeed sufficiently damning to spark a full-scale investigation. Good. Regretfully, it appears the assassins caught wind of the coming storm. A squad of soldiers was dispatched to the docks only to witness the merchantman sailing away with all hands on board. Not quite the outcome we'd hoped for, but at the very least they'll no longer find a warm welcome in Eorzea's ports. The other issue we face now is what to do with young Arya. Her breath carries a faint aroma that may account for her memory loss. I suspect she was subjected to a certain incense which, when inhaled, can cloud a person's mind. The next step was likely to brand her with one of those vile sigils and effect the permanent destruction of her free will. It was fortunate that you released her when you did. Arya remains muddled, but her condition should improve with time. And, once her memories have returned, we can learn exactly who she is and, just importantly perhaps, the circumstances which led to her capture. Well, that'd be nice. Next up, a Vermilion Vendetta. I've spoken with Arya, but it seems her memory has yet to return. The incense used was potent indeed to create such a lasting fog. If she cannot recover naturally, then we must rely on some familiar sight or event to jolt her senses back to normalcy. Might I ask that you take her out somewhere to test my theory? She seems far more comfortable around you, after all. Alright. At the very least, I would know from whence she hails. I shall call once more upon my acquaintance in the Yellow Jackets. Surely she has family who are searching for her. That would be nice. But I have a sneaking suspicion her family was either subjected to the same thing as her, or they're just not breathing.
Dekumon, thank you again for letting me out of that crate. I had such a lovely sleep. That awful tiredness has left me, but I still can't seem to remember anything.
Nothing at all, huh?
Outside? Well, yes, I suppose a fresh breeze might help blow away the cobwebs. I think I'd like to see the view from the battlements. Will you join me up there, Dekumon?
Yeah, if this had been done in the Endwalker era, this would definitely be a follow quest. I will say you're getting quite a view of fog.
Oh, look, isn't it beautiful? I've never seen anything so foggy. Like my brain. Is this truly the first time I'm seeing this view? I try to remember, but my mind is a blank page. I can be sure of nothing.
Then we will make you new memories. I forget such things myself, yeah. If the old ones are gone, then we'll simply fill your head with new ones.
Make new memories? Oh, I hadn't thought of it like that. It's almost a gift of sorts, isn't it? Being able to enjoy things afresh. I think I'll stay up here a while longer just to be safe from remembering tomorrow. Oh, do you see that ship? Why do they keep such massive things afloat?
Fond of ships, are you? Fond of high places, are you? Mayhaps you were a ship's maiden.
Why, yes, I am. I think I might always have been. What an insightful question. I remember when I was a child, I would always beg my uncle to... Oh, I remember. I had an uncle.
That's a start. Got a name, got a face?
He was my only family. He tried to protect me, but...
Oh.
Forgive me. The exact events are still a jumble, but the memory was not a pleasant one. That day, it's all coming back in a rush. Do you think that we might return to the inn? I need a moment or two.
Or 12. Alright. And immediately back into the inn. Oh, Shroon's back. The Yellow Jackets were able to take up a report on Arya for their records, and I hurried back to share the news. But seeing as her memory of the incident has returned, I'd rather hear the tale from the source, as it were. Go ahead, Arya.
From what I can recall, I've always lived with my uncle. He was a kind gentleman, would often tell me stories of my parents. I was young when they died. Too young to remember them, I think.
The report mentioned that you were citizens of Limsa Lominsa. Do you remember where you were when the attack came? Ah, that explains the fascination with ships.
Oh yes, we were on the road to... somewhere. The ambushers appeared as if from thin air, and my uncle stepped forward to shield me. They killed him. What happens after that is a blur, but my memory of that moment is crystal clear.
Oof. Like I was said, her relatives are no longer breathing. Thank you, Arya. You needn't force yourself to remember the rest. For now, we must concern ourselves with your future. It would not be charitable to send you back to town alone, especially not with significant parts of your memory still missing. Yet, we cannot ask you to accompany us either. Our journey leads us on a path to confront the very Cabal whose malevolent embrace you have but recently escaped.
But I would go with you, even so.
Whoa.
You've saved my life, and helped me accept the loss of my past. If there's a chance my memories could return and lead you to these villains, then I would stay at your side.
I mean, we could protect her, right? How could I refuse such passion? It seems you've adopted a new companion, Dekumon. Well, better that than considering her a pet. The greatest challenge facing us now, however, is deciding on our next destination. The merchantman has fled, and we know not whither it is bound.
Isles of Umbra.
Hmm?
I remember. They were the only words I heard them speak before I blacked out. Isles of Umbra, the Master calls.
These puppets do not... They cannot speak idly. Ready yourself, Dekumon. We cross to the Isles of Umbra and confront this master of theirs. You as well, Arya? We fight together.
Wait, I don't know how to fight.
Well, that's okay. I'll give you a stick and you can smack them with it. Got a duty calls, and I learned something new. You can actually fly here all the way from Aleport. The Maelstrom soldiers tell of a steady stream of tight-lipped arrivals. It would seem the Master gathers all the marionettes to the Isles. I armed Arya with what I had, but... What is that?
I can fight.
Oh, you made her a white mage. Fight? You can barely talk, lass. I thought you were afraid of the mages who took her, but nay. 'Tis the thought of ghosts and ghouls which have her all tremble here.
Can't you blame me? The very ground here feels haunted, as if angry spirits might burst forth at any moment.
Like that shadowy thing right behind you? There's not there, lass. Now, can we get a move on? Or would you rather head back to Aleport?
I'm coming with you.
Fine. Alright. Wasn't expecting a fight in the middle of these. Alright, we know the Cabal is gathered here, we need only find them. Alright, time to build some mana. She's literally smacking them with it. That's hilarious. Next pack. Oh, I didn't realize I had to do it. That's kind of a downside with Red Mage. I do wish there was an indicator like on the gauge that actually said you had a dual cast going. But I imagine that would be like too much. It's just a case of every now and then, like when you're between fights, I forget if I've got a dual cast. I don't bother looking at the damn bar up top. Oh. Now we're getting somewhere. Fletch and Contra 6 do so much damage. They've got long cooldowns, but damn, they hit hard. Alright, next combo will do it. But I still don't have a finisher. I don't think I get my first finisher until like 68. Which sucks. Okay, all we've done is fight small fry. Oh dear. I feel like in mid-fry is about to show up. Alright, he's done. Oh, I love when this happens and I get back-to-back procs. It's so satisfying. Though it doesn't help much with the mana, since my mana's gonna be even. Uh-oh. That's a big boy! Uh-oh, split damage. Ow. Did it again. That does not tickle. Getting him down. Nope. Gotta deal with these. Alright, that one's done. And that's all of them. No, there's another Shadow Spray. There we go. Now we got him. You don't got much left in the tank, sir. Ooh, hello. There we go. That wasn't too bad. In fact, that was downright easy. The controls these assassins cannot be far. Let's split up and search, shall we? Yell if you run into any trouble. Mm-hmm. All right. Mr. Hand. Hmm. Oh, hello.
Delectable.
Ah, crap. I suspect there's our troublemaker.
Your mortal frame brims with vital energies and irresistible feast.
Uh-oh, Void Scent. Or an Ascian. I'm thinking Void Scent, more likely. Dekumon, are you unharmed? I'm fine.
Lambard? A pleasure to see you, Zern. My, how the years have etched themselves upon your brow.
So you know him? This smirking bastard is Lambard. We were allies once.
Ah, yes, the valiant Crimson Duelist. Such fond memories. I relished their slaughter.
The duelists live on through me, traitor.
Not for long, my old friend. You soon shall share their fate.
Oh, he's an evil red mage!
Come on!
Arya learned fire, apparently. So it's a... So she could use that as a black mage, too, huh? Crude interruptions. This is not how I wish to savor your defeat. Lambard. God damn you. Okay, so yeah. Ascian, 2 out of 10. Void Scent, I'd say 6 out of 10. Or Artificial Echo is probably the highest one right now.
You knew that, man?
Yes, we'll speak of it later. First, I would know where you learned to cast spells like that.
I don't remember anyone teaching me. It just sort of came out.
Well, just sort of happened, eh? I expect you to club things with that old scepter, not fling balls of fire. Incredible. You might actually be useful in a fight. So, Arya, does this mean you've overcome your fear of the undead?
But you...
That one's not even undead, it's just dead. Well, my friends, shall we return to Aleport? Now that we've unmasked the Cabal's master, I can tell you this much. He's not a man we wish to confront unprepared. Alright, fine. Oh, thank you for the quick trip back. As was apparent through our unpleasant exchange, I have a history with this master of the assassins. His name is Lambard. 20 years ago, he and I were part of the group who founded the Crimson Duelists. We studied the fated teachings passed through generations of Girabanians and revived the art of red magic as a weapon against tyranny. But one day, Lambert simply snapped. He murdered my unsuspecting comrades and vanished into the shadows. I returned from scouting alone to discover the aftermath of a massacre. It was later that I learned his treachery had been paid for with Imperial coin. Never could I find what became of the man himself. After 20 years of fruitless searching, I thought him dead. This has now become a matter of vengeance. I mean to pursue Lambert and exact a price for his betrayal, but I will not ask you to join me in this vendetta. Worry not, Dekumon. Your grasp of red magic will allow you to grow without the need for a teacher. As for you, Arya, I will arrange a suitable sanctuary. I'll not turn you to fend for yourself. I shall treasure the time we spent together, my friends. May our paths cross again. Oh, hell no, you ain't getting rid of me that easy.
Should we just let him go off alone like that? I don't know about you, but I feel my part in this isn't over.
Same. Alright, let's go find him. Come on, June. You're not gonna get rid of me that easy. Yes, Dekumon? Was there something else? I'm going with you. There's more for me to learn. No, I'm going with you, man. If this guy is as tough as you said he is, you need all the help you can get. But this is not your battle, my friend. I will deal with Lambert alone or die in the attempt. You... I can see I'm wasting my breath. You have that determined look that so impressed me the first time we met. Mm-hmm. Very well, we stand together then. You are more comrade to me now than student, Dekumon, and I welcome your sword at my side. Well, good. Now what about Arya? Because we're not leaving her out of this either.
Oh, I'm coming too. I want to help save others from this monster just as you saved me. I want you to teach me red magic. As things stand, I'm just a burden to you. If I'm to do more than be carried along in your wake, I need my own way to make a difference.
You certainly do have an aptitude for the arcane. Lambert appears to target such useful recruitment into his puppet cabal. But Dekumon rescued you from that mindless fate, and now you would don the red to fight in our crusade. Oh, I love it. There's a sense of rightness to it, isn't there? Stand with us then, Arya. Join the ranks of the red mages. Of course, you'll have to start at level 1. Dekumon here was a seasoned adventurer, so he got to start at level 50. There we go. A new red mage is born.
Dekumon, swoon.
You look splendid, but it's more than clothes which makes the woman. Help me train her as I trained you, Dekumon. You trained me? I thought I did all the work.
I'll pay close attention, I promise.
Alright. Oh, and Arya, there'll be no more hiding behind Dekumon. Is that clear?
I'll try to be brave.
Well, we'll see. Oh, look, a skeleton! Ah! I see you have much to learn, my young apprentice. And with that, I believe we're on our last No, we're not. We're on the 58. We got one more to do after this one. On Lambard's Trail. Lambard and his puppets are acting under Imperial orders. That much is certain. Ever since we thwarted the attempt on Master Wilkin, however, it would seem they have abandoned him as a target. The merchant's life is not worth all the assassins we cost them, I'd wager. It will only be a matter of time before the Cabal is given new prey to hunt. I've called in a favor with a friend to investigate possible targets, and he's agreed to meet us at Hawker's Round in Limsa Laminsa. Ah. Alright. To Limsa Laminsa then! Why do you look familiar? This fine gentleman here is Real, a former member of the Company of Heroes. Ah, that's why he looks familiar. He's been helping us with our investigation since before we left for Aleport. The two of you have met, I take it. Yeah, it's good to see you, Real. Real? Does it ring a bell? Yeah, I'm gonna say, it's been a while. But I thought he looked familiar. Good to see you too, lad. Mr. Redbirch just here didn't mention he was on the road together. Anyway, let's get straight to business. I did some digging into that floating fortress of your Cabal. The merchantman dabbles in a bit of trading to keep up the charade, so I started paying attention to where the goods ended up. And I think you'll find that Lambard gets his orders from the Imperial base in northern Danelin. Castrum Meriandum. That's your best bet, I reckon. I thought I blew that one up. You are a treasure, Real. I'll pass on any new information we managed to uncover. For the now, though, consider that favor repaid in full. I already did. Dekumon, are ya? To the drowning wench! Alright. Castrum Meridiandum. Yeah, I haven't seen that place in ages. Well, here we are. I thought we were going over to Northern Thanalan, not, getting a drink. Right, we have a destination, so let's discuss the objective. We need to storm Castrum Meridiandum and locate documentation on Lambard's next target. A poor choice of words, perhaps. To clarify, one of us will provide a diversion while the other two slip inside and rifle through desks until we find what we're looking for. Better? Dekumon, you will be our decoy. Draw away as many of their sentries as you can and buy us the time we need. Okay. Yeah, 2 nods back to back there. Oh yeah, we will run through some practice exercises. I see you have been honing your skills on various beasts, but this will be your first battle against thinking opponents, yes? Very well. Make your preparations, my friends. We meet at Raubon's Push. Here we go. I was half expecting this to be a duty calls, but we just had one of those. You're just gonna have me do distraction in cutscene form? Right, just as we planned. Dekumon, do your best to become the center of Imperial attention. That should be easy enough. Oh yeah, you're with me. Once inside, we'll split up to hasten our search, so steel yourself for run-ins with patrols.
I hope I'm ready for this.
Just keep your head, and you'll be fine. You've not quite reached Dekumon's level of skill, but your offensive magics are, to be quite honest, terrifyingly powerful. Your restorative arts, on the other hand, but let me just say that the scales swing both ways. Yeah, she was definitely well trained as a thaumaturge. Now that I think on it, Alice lacked balance in much the same manner. Must be something in the blood, but rarely have I met such an extreme case as you. Oh, not to worry. We will work on your weaker aspects until you find an equilibrium. Such is the key to excelling in red magic. Now, let us set to work. Head around to the front of the base and make a nuisance of yourself, Dekumon. With the growth you've shown, I'm certain you can handle whatever those Imperials throw at you. I've been there, done that.
We'll be sneaking in from the backside where you hold their attention. Please try not to fight all of them at once.
Ah, but where's the fun in that? Besides, the worst they're gonna throw at me is, what, 58? And I'm 80? Alright, there's the search spot. Now all I need is someone worth whacking. Oh, we got a hunt target here. Hi. Hello, sirs. Goodbye, sirs. Is that it? Oh, good. Means I actually get to fire this off. And I get to go out even one beyond into Scorch. Which is the highest finisher I have at this point. Hi, guys. Bye, guys. He survived that. I'm actually impressed he survived that. Well, that was easy enough. Hopefully you two had as easy of a time as I did. You don't do things by halves, do you, my friend? I could hear the commotion from the other side of the wall. It was over in like 5 seconds. Our foe was so focused on your battle, I dare say we could have walked out with an entire shelf of records. As things stand, however, we contented ourselves with the knowledge of Lambard's forthcoming operations. There's much to discuss. I suggest we withdraw to the cerulean plant that we might converse in relative safety. Arya, you okay? But it would seem the experience has taken its toll on poor Arya. Are you able to walk, my dear? Good. Thankfully it wasn't too much for her. Alright, Droon, lay it on us. I see the color has returned to your cheeks, Arya. Do you feel any better?
Much better, thank you. I may have been pushing too hard to perfect my white magics.
From what I witnessed, I'd say you have much work yet ahead of you. Keep at it. Still struggling, eh? Nah. Positive encouragement, my dear.
Oh, I will.
Good. Now, to business. Let us return to the subject at hand, shall we? We've uncovered documents detailing the Empire's deployment of the Cabal, and it's as much as we surmised. The Cabal's assassins spirit away youths with arcane aptitude, much like our Arya here, and deliver them to Lambard for branding. Once the cursed sigil has destroyed their wills, he fills their empty minds with lethal thaumaturgy, and conditions them to follow his every command. It seems, however, that the formation of the Cabal itself was a relatively recent development. Lambard received Imperial orders to organize his puppets into an expendable force. A fearless, unswervingly loyal cult of assassins that could strike against resistance supporters in lands beyond the Empire's reach. This plan, as well as Lambard's involvement, was proposed by the Crown Prince himself. As the champion who brought Xenos to justice, I'm sure you are familiar with the man's reputation for cold brutality. And that explains where he got the artificial echo flame that I'm pretty sure we're going to have to deal with next quest. Aside from his mastery of red magic, Lambert is well versed in ancient spells and rituals. Doubt that this knowledge, coupled with the singular lack of moral character, did much to curry the favor of a monster such as Xenos. And now we come to the Cabal's next assignment. I could scarce believe my own eyes, even as I read the details of the operation. Lambard's next target is the Garlean Ironworks. Aye, the company of engineers founded by the great Sid Garland. They're going after Sid? Oh, hell no. As a sanctuary for Imperial defectors, the Ironworks has long drawn the ire of the Empire. And if that wasn't reason enough, the company has also begun sharing engineering secrets with the Alamegan Resistance. To my knowledge, this will be the highest profile enemy the Cabal has ever been deployed against. But the operation will not target Sid himself. They have a far more effective method in mind, one that doesn't involve major characters of the plot. Their plan was to assassinate Garland's senior staff, and the name at the top of their list was Jesse, his deputy president. Sid's ideas cannot be brought to fruition without a talented team of engineers, and the organization itself will grind to a halt without Jesse's expertise. Her loss will be a dark day for Eorzea indeed. Got to deal with this. I've communicated the details of the planned assassination to the Ironworks. Unlike Master Wilkins' case, however, Lambert has been ordered to succeed at any cost. He will keep sending his killers until the deed is done, or we put a stop to this Cabal for good. And that means bringing down Lambert himself. Dekumon, Arya, I will need your aid. Sharpen your swords and ready your spells, for we are going to war! In 2 levels. Alright, one last quest. Last one for the day. Stained in Scarlet. Lambard will be preparing to move on the Garlean Ironworks. According to the plans we viewed, we know that Jesse is scheduled to accompany a delivery to the Alamegan Resistance. The ambush itself will be sprung on the outskirts of Revenant's Toll as she makes her way to a waiting airship. It should be a simple matter for us to lie in wait in Moldona and take the ambushers and Lambard by surprise. Our success will of course hinge upon Jesse's cooperation, and I've arranged to meet her to hammer out the finer details. Pray travel ahead to Revenant's Toll, and we will find you on the terrace above Rowena's House of Splendors. Alright. Getting Jesse involved. When's the last time we saw Jesse? I want to say Omega. Okay. Where's Rune at?
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you looking for me? I just felt more comfortable waiting in the corner.
That's no big deal.
Oh, Rune and Jesse are here.
Hey, girl.
Oh, right. I've heard all about this big plan to murder me. I'm surprised no one's tried it before, considering how the company starts to fall apart the very instant I leave the room. Anyway, I understand that you and Mr. Tia here are in charge of keeping me alive while I make my merry way to the airship, is that correct?
Lambard's been instructed to bring his entire Cabal to bear on this operation. As long as they've no hint that we're onto their plan, then we stand a chance of wiping out the lot of them. I only wish we could manage it without exposing you to danger, ma'am.
Oh, maybe we could, if I pretended to be Jesse.
That's insane. I love it. Dress you up as the deputy president? That's actually a rather clever idea. Yeah, but you don't look anything like her is the problem. You're short, you're scared, you got the wrong color hair.
Let's get this girl a costume then. I'm not afraid to act as bait, but when push comes to shove, I'll only be in your way. I need to do something about that hair. Maybe a wig. Maybe some dyes.
Oh, no. Just gave her the hairstyle.
Oh, there we go. From a distance, no one will be able to tell the difference. It's just up close, you're a bit short. Can we stretch you out by a form or so? Stretch me out? No, never mind. Do we have lifts? Have we invented lifts yet? I'm only pulling your leg, lass. I appreciate what you're doing for me. If you're ever in need of a favor, I'll be happy to pay you back in kind.
Alright, fine. The Ironworks airship will soon arrive on the cliffside outside town. Arya will make for the vessel whilst pretending to be Jesse, and you, Dekumon, will act as her bodyguard. Okay. We still have a little time until the airship is scheduled to depart. Make whatever preparations you need, then meet me by the Aetherite. I don't need no preparations. Though I do need apparently to count more nods. That comment was surprisingly prophetic. The time has come. The Ironworks airship makes ready to depart, and our battle with the traitorous Lambard fast approaches. There is, however, one thing that I have never been able to reconcile. Why did Lambard sell his soul to the Empire? He was the duelist with brilliant scholar, and not the kind of man who would betray his homeland for vulgar coin. I was baffled when I heard the Empire had bought his loyalty. But no matter his reasons, the crime he committed was unforgivable, and we shall bring him to justice. Let us see the deed done, my friends. To the southeast gate. You know, I fully expected that to be the duty calls, but I guess not. Still no duty calls. This is it. Arya, take the path towards North Silvertier and keep up the pretense as best you can. Okay. The airship is waiting near the Keeper of the Lake, but we can be sure the assassins will make their move before you arrive. Dekumon, it will be up to you to protect Jesse on the road. Okay. Rather than let them flank us, I will intercept the large group meant to fall upon you from the south. You continue to surprise me with the potency of your offensive magics, Arya. With the progress you've shown, I have little doubt you could hold your own against one or two of those mindless assassins. But I must ask that you do not engage in combat unless absolutely necessary. The goal is to lure Lambert himself into the fray, and our charade must be convincing. Dekumon should be more than a match for his puppet underlings. That's true enough.
I have no doubt of that. Right then, off I go.
Rescue Arya from her attackers. Oh, are we not doing a duty calls? We're just gonna have us... Alright, fine me. Not that I care. That it? Alright. Come on, Jesse, let's go.
Oh, that was some battle. Are you ready to continue on? I'll go ahead as before.
Had to go smack a rando before I lost that last manification stack. Hi, boys! Oh, I didn't get a free stack. Easy enough. Easy enough.
Oh, you make it look so easy. Hello? Yes, Dekumon has defeated every ambush so far.
Very good. I've just finished mopping up the flanking group and we'll take a position near the airship. We continue with the charade for now. Make to board the airship as planned. Dekumon and I will conceal ourselves nearby until Lambert makes his move. He should have few of his puppets left and will be forced to take action directly. That's when we'll strike together.
Did you hear that, Dekumon? Let's keep moving then.
Alright. Ah, there's the duty calls I've been expecting this whole time. Game was making me work for it a little. You right there, are you? Oh. Oh, he's got quite a pack.
What have we here? An imposter? 'Twould seem I have fallen victim to a child's ploy.
Your Cabal is in ruins, Lambard, and this time you'll face the consequences of your crimes. But first I must know, why did you turn coat for the Empire, after all we had achieved together? Come on, eager minds want to know.
Still the same simple shroon, the same tiresome idealism.
And your point?
How many lives did we save, you and I? And what did they truly accomplish? The ancient art of red magic is capable of so much more. A red mage restricts the source of his mana, but accelerates the effect of his spells via the medium of his own physical form. And what would befall such a mage, who then attempted the same techniques whilst channeling the vast etherical energies of nature?
Well, then they'd stop being a red mage, they'd just be a white mage or a black mage. A fool's endeavor. The wielder would be consumed.
Just so. And there we see the true potential of the art. Imagine the incredible powers we could unleash, were we not caged within these prisons of flesh. It was in the wisdom of the ancients that I discovered the means to transcend our limits, a method to transform one's vessel and command ever grander magics. What? The price to be paid, however, was a costly one. Restructuring my body required years upon years spent in arcane slumber.
And was it worth it? To surrender that which makes you mortal?
I freed myself from my chains. I now command energies greater than any found in the black, or the white, or the red, and maybe even in the green or the blue.
Yeah, well, we don't even have one of those yet.
The Crimson Duelist were merely my first step towards greatness. Noble sacrifices for a greater cause.
You damnable fiend! Ah, so that's what the weird energy we're glowing with is.
My art is unfettered by weak-minded taboos. You cannot best me with your feeble red magics.
Never once did I lose a duel to you. This day will be no different. Power maybe. Skill, no.
You always were the better fighter. I barely succeeded in giving you a scratch. But a single scratch is all I need. By the way, I'm a dirty cheater and I use poison. You see, as a consequence of my transformation, my strength lies not in harming your body, but in draining your spirit. Once I have wounded you, your life force belongs to me.
Oh, that is a dirty cheat.
You.
Oh. I think this is my cue to step in.
Soon, no!
Oh, a little shell-shocked right now.
Well, well, you yet draw breath. But not for long. I shall send you to Thal's realm with the answer to your question, my reason for joining the Empire. My new form allows me to wield spells of a magnitude denied to ordinary mortals, but I must feed. If I fail to consume sufficient life energies, then I am afflicted with a terrible hunger.
So you did turn into a void scent.
My work as an assassin provides me with fresh prey and an ideal environment with which to pursue my research. I'm eternally grateful to Xenos for his rare and generous understanding. You speak of achievements, but the constraints of red magic offer naught but frustration. And now, after over 2 decades of futile resistance, is your struggle finally over? Not on my watch, bitch. My friends, you must flee!
This is far from over.
That's right. Time to show them how it's done.
Students of red magic, are you? Come then. Show me how you resist the advent of your own destruction.
Here we go. Defeat Lambard. Well, let's start with the small fry. Woo, yeah, smoked that one. All right, you're done. Oh, hey, look, I have magnification. That's cool. Woo, getting spicy here. Hang on, Arya, we're gonna have to play this together. Do I have Vercure at this level? I do. Awesome. I need that. Thank goodness Red Mage is so goddamn mobile. Oh, we got wounded. There we go. Oh, I see. God damn, she needs some freaking health here. Yeah, I'm healing myself. There we are. Don't have enough juice yet. Now I got enough juice. You know, they definitely made it a little easier to get juiced in this. It used to be it took 80. Oh, I don't like those. Oh, those are tanky. There we go, got a gap. The Void Fire was vulnerable, aww. I do have a lot of health. There we go, got him. It wasn't too bad of a fight. My comrades, you are champions of the red. Oh, still wounded.
Oh, Swoon, you mustn't try to move.
I'm not dead yet, lass, though it was nice that you thought to avenge me. But the vengeance, however, is mine. What a miserable pair we make. The last of the Crimson Duelists staining the ground scarlet with our blood. And I can't even claim this final vengeance as mine. That honor goes to my students. Ah, but there lies the difference between you and me, Lambard. Your puppets follow your commands without question, but they'll not carry on your legacy after you're gone.
Is that what 20 years of struggle has taught you? I admit, the sense of justice with which you infect others has delivered you victory. On this day at least. But the fates are known for their spiteful twists of fortune. Take this eye of yours.
Girl needs a break.
Oh, I'm fine. It was a trying battle, that's all.
Will this be the injustice which breaks you? A pity I'll miss your suffering.
Interesting. I don't like the insinuation there. Lambard knew something, and it seemed to amuse him. Are you truly all right?
Oh, I feel much recovered, honestly. We should return to Revenant's Toll.
2 nods right in a row. Alright, well, that's gonna be the end of this one. It's still an effort to remain upright, but I believe I'll live. Seeing as you countered the technique which failed me was a proud moment indeed. You and I, you make a fine team. I expect the Deputy President will be along shortly. Oh, that's right, we still gotta get Jesse to the airship.
Oh, you have my thanks. Had you not uncovered this plot, I would almost certainly be dead by now. It's quite a sobering thought.
Oh, 'tis Dekumon and Arya who most deserve your gratitude. I was busy bleeding to death whilst the 2 of them vanquished the assassin's master.
Oh, is that so? Well then, feel free to send the bill for any expenses incurred on this operation to Sid himself.
Jessie and her sense of humor. Alright, girl. Off you get. With Lambard's death, so too will his cabal of assassins seek to plague us. For much of my life, I had lived with failure, the loss of my homeland, my inability to help prevent the calamity, but I chose to fight on in the face of those deaths. It has taken 2 decades to right the wrongs of my past, yet finally have I managed a tangible victory for my home and for Eorzea. You have made this possible. Thank you, my students, my comrades. That's a good place to leave off. I think this technically is the end of this section of New Game Plus. And I've learned Manification, the skill I was abusing in that fight. This concludes the Red Mage quest for Heavensward. Yeah, technically these are I love that this concludes the quest for Heavensward, even though you have to have Stormblood to get a Red Mage. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must have completed the Far Edge of Fate. Once you've done so, the next quest will be a wave from Sharoon. Yeah, we'll get there. But not right now. My friends, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean job listings, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.